I can understand where he's coming from to a certain extent, yeah, because you might not feel like you'll be able to relate to them. But at the same time, to me, that's like going to a doctor with a broken leg and say, doctor, have you broken your leg? No, then you can't fix me. You can't heal me. Do you get me? They don't have to relate to the problem. They don't have to relate to the problem to find a solution.
Nah, but the beatboxing thing, I thought I was gonna win, but second place is.
Well, what did first place get?
So what she was, no, you just won in it. I think you might have got a sweet or something. But you know what she done? She didn't just draw.
No, what did first place do? Sorry.
Okay, you know Paint on Microsoft.
Yeah.
Bro, she's so sick. She was able to draw like, bro. She was so talented.
She took out a laptop on the talent show and just started going.
No. She used our form tutor's desktop.
Yeah.
The projector was on, and within like, I think like 10, 15 minutes, she drew like a kitty, like a cat.
That's dead.
But bro, it was.
Yeah, but she has to take 15 minutes to do her talent.
Well, okay, I'm exaggerating. Maybe like 10 minutes.
But even then, I would put beatboxing first. What did you beatbox? What song?
Bro, I can't remember, but I look back. Nah, it wasn't one of them things like that. I'm so fucking cringy.
What, beatboxing? You know what I done? Shall I tell you what I done? I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, if you think that's cringe, shall I tell you what I done? In year 8.
Yeah, same year. It
Year
makes you
8,
feel
yeah.
better already.
I broke my leg, yeah, and my boys were over, and I'm sitting in my bed. I'm like this, one leg up, a cast is on. I'm bored out of my mind, bruv. It's like 3 months now. I haven't moved out my bed yet, and then my boy comes over. I'm like, hey, take my phone. He's like, yeah. I go video me. I'm gonna beatbox. So I beatboxed Billie Jean, yeah. And
with a broken leg.
Yeah. But you couldn't see my broken leg. It's just, bro, man, it's just a picture of a wall and just me just looking at the camera like this, yeah. I didn't shower in like 2 days, bro. I'm just looking at the camera like that, yeah. And fat. And then
that's so jokes.
And then I started beatboxing, yeah.
Well, you uploaded it?
Yeah, I uploaded it on Facebook, yeah. The amount of hate I got, bro. I went into school. When I went back into school, I couldn't move in it because my leg is broken. I'm at reception, and the year 10s had an assembly, and as they walked out, each one would look at me, bro. Oh, that's the beatbox kid. That's the beatbox kid. Bro, I'm traumatized. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually traumatized from that.
See, at least with mine was live in it, so it was quite kind of lit.
Like I had a few nice comments. Oh, he's saying, hey, my guy, and then one guy said, my dead grandma can do better or something. And I just left that.
That's so peak. I'm sorry, bro.
I deleted it.
I'm so sorry, but
he'll get rapped though.
Fucking 2021, you know.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't roll off the tongue though. 2021. It doesn't sound right.
I remember I was in year 10, yeah. And I was speaking about FIFA, yeah. I was like, oh, FIFA 10's out. Hey, FIFA 11, FIFA 12. Imagine we're gonna have FIFA 13. I was like, oh, FIFA 15 doesn't sound real though. Like FIFA 15. I blink, brother. We're at 2021 already. Do you know how nuts that is? Do you know how much that scares me, bro?
Where's the pause
That's my
button?
number one fear. You know that?
What's that?
Time flying by too quickly.
Yeah,
Wallah.
yeah.
Like I'll look at my parents and I'll just see them aging. I look at my sister and I'm just like, bro, like please let time stop. It's not my number one fear.
It is scary, but then like I look back even 5 years, 2015. Well, 6 years now. And it's weird to think I was second year uni and blah blah blah, but it seems in my head like it was the other day.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, it was a very long time ago. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's scary, man. I'm very scared. Like I remember my nephew being my first nephew. I remember him just being born, and now he's looking after his little brother.
So
like youngest brother. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And it's just scary, man. Everyone's just aging. I'm getting older.
Yeah.
And sometimes, bro, I just think, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't mean to start it off on a weird note on that.
No, there's no rules.
Bro, like death as well. Doesn't death scare you,
bro? Big man thing. If I could reach, I'd give you a spud, but
give me a kiss.
I've been stuck for it. I've been thinking about death a lot, but like the thought of like certain actions I do, I start questioning myself. Like, come on, bro, move correctly now. You're getting older now, innit?
Yeah.
Like, bro,
I'm not saying it's obviously we don't know when it's gonna come, but I'm not saying because I'm 20 something now, I'm thinking about death. No, you think about death when you're in your. But I'm just thinking about the thought of death. The fact that I've blinked and it's been 10 years already. Yeah. The fact that if we're just gonna keep blinking, it's gonna keep going 10 years, and then eventually, if we die of natural causes, eventually, we will taste death, bro. Like we will experience like
100%.
That scares me. The fact that we're like it's 100%
What's
going
that
to
thing?
happen.
Every soul will taste.
Every soul shall taste death.
Yeah.
The fact that we're going to experience it, that's what scares me. Like sometimes,
Bro.
weird analogy, yeah, but sometimes I'm on a ride, yeah, like a theme park, and like I'm going up, and I know the drop is gonna come. I know I've got no option but to do the drop. Like to I'm scared, I'm shitting it, but I know I've got no option but to firm it. Do you get me? And that's how I feel with death. It's just like my whole life I'm leading up. Eventually it's gonna happen, bro. It scares the hell out of me, bro.
I know, man. I know. But then I think like on a day-to-day basis, when we're living our life, when we're like can't be bothered to do this, or we're missing this certain thing, or whatever it may be, it's just like the grand scheme is still there, innit? But in the moment we get so caught up with the dunya, so it's just so like, oh.
I think this year more than any has made me think about death as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Firstly because we've chilled a lot and we've got a lot of thinking time. 2020, sorry,
we're doing the
the
2020
in particular, because obviously a lot of deaths have happened.
Of course. Man.
Which, now I wouldn't say close to home, but it's close to your heart.
Yeah.
Because it's people you've seen growing up, or it's people that you listen to, or it's people that you watch on TV, whatever, and they've passed away.
Yeah, man, rest in peace. I had an uncle passed away
rest in peace.
June.
Yeah, may rest in peace, bro. It's scary, and then obviously that combined with a lot of thinking time just doesn't.
I feel like
combination
with the wisdom we gain as we get older and stuff, like with the experiences and stuff, like again I look back at a few years ago, I was all over the place. I was always out like with different friends, and I was around. I wasn't really too fussed with who I was with and stuff, but now I've got a very specific set of rules as well as set of people that I chill with. It's kind of like if I'm not chilling with XYZ person, then I'm at home then. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know a movie that I watched recently that's made me think so crazy, bro?
What's that?
Have you watched In Time?
What's it called?
In Time.
Nah, I don't really watch films, bro.
Bro?
What, is it a scary film?
No. It's Justin Timberlake. He's in it.
In Time.
Basically.
Is it old?
2011 or something.
Okay.
Bro, even the viewers, if you have not watched this movie, you like genuinely go home tonight and watch it, yeah? It's basically they live in a world where there's no currency except time. So they've got time printed on their arm, a time. And I think up until the age of 25, you don't age. Oh, sorry, you age up until the age of 25, and you don't have a time because you're gonna live until 25, yeah. Then after you hit 25 or something like that, after you hit 25, your timer starts, and I think you get like a day, yeah. And then obviously the rich, the wealthy, because they're wealthy, they've got like 100 years, they've got 200 years. Whereas the people who are working in factories and that, they live day to day. They live like 6 hours, 8 hours. So they're always like running around places. And bro, it's the most eye-opening movie I've ever seen in my life. It's an interesting what's it called? Conception? Is it interesting concept? Thank you.
You was on the right.
I got there. I just extended a bit more words to make me sound fancy.
That's what Nietzsche does, always being a bit extra, innit?
Yeah, you gotta be though, man. People love me.
This year, turn it down.
Chill.
Because I'm losing my bubbles with you. You know what I'm
saying? But yeah, watch it, man. It's a really good movie.
What's it called?
In Time.
In Time. With Justin
Timberlake.
Say no more. He's actually a good actor, you know. What's the other film? The one with Mina.
Don't let the hood out the boys.
Mina or Mila? What's her name?
Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
You know she does. Who does she act as?
Who?
In Family Guy. No, she doesn't.
Yeah, she's Meg.
Oh, she Meg. I swear she's Bart.
No, that's an older woman. That's someone else.
But that's a woman as well. You know, Bart's a woman.
Yeah, Bart Simpson's a woman. Yeah.
Bart's a girl, bro.
Yeah. Obviously, 2021 transgender and that we gotta be.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
Me? Gotta be accepting and that.
Yeah, man. Big up Family. Do you like Family Guy?
It's alright. I watch it in passing, but I told you from time I don't really watch TV like that.
It's my favorite cartoon.
I watched Bare Simpsons growing up though.
Yeah, Simpsons was alright, but then I found Family Guy. Family Guy is just another level.
Yeah, they make hella rude jokes though.
What, Family Guy?
Yeah, it's funny though.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny. So funny.
funny.
But I think South Park's the rudest cartoon ever. Like I don't think I've
never
ever
watched it.
Have you watched South Park? Bro,
never watched it.
South Park was like my mum never really used to watch. Let me and my older brother.
I know I've heard it's very very rude, very like vulgar.
But they say like everything. Like I think the only thing they probably don't say are like the N word or the P word. Apart from that, they say every other word. Literally, shout out Specs. I think Specs wrote the script or something because there's no rules. But fam, very good conversation you and I were having off camera about the importance of like looking into therapy, consultations. What's the other word for it? Therapy?
Help.
No, not help. Like counseling.
Yeah, counseling.
With 2020 being a very, very like
traumatic,
just a mad year for everyone.
Traumatic.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you're young, old, male, female, you know what I'm saying, student,
whatever you are,
whatever, wherever you're from, we can all agree that last year was a mad year, innit? One thing.
Shout out everyone, man, for getting through that.
Yeah, man. Big up everyone that got through it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this year.
If you came out alive out of that year, you're winning, no?
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man. Definitely every day is a blessing. One thing for sure that I saw an increase in was just the awareness on mental health. Obviously, it has been, we've covered it on a topic before last year, but the conversation on mental health is a very fragile one because sometimes people overdo it, and when you overdo something, it loses its value, as you know. Just like currency. But let's speak to the people, man. Have you had experience with therapy or anything like that?
I told you this year, I think, was the first time I really felt like I went through something, innit? But not on a, bruv, even saying it, I don't feel like I went through a mad thing, innit? It was just, I think it was normal, innit? Like something you've never experienced before, lockdown, people telling you can't leave your house. You're like, what's going on? And me, I realize one thing about me, my happiness, it's not a good thing, but my happiness and how I feel, my mood, etc., is very, very dependent on my fitness.
Okay.
And my weight, my muscle mass. Like, bro, it means so. Like, if I'm not in a good, I could be happy. I could be in an amazing relationship, friendship, amazing family, everything. But if I'm overweight and I'm not healthy and I just feel like stocky and that, it will affect me badly, bro. And I went through that a lot this year.
Yeah.
But not only that, not being able to see anyone. I like my alone time, but I've realized when I'm too alone, if it messes with my head.
Yeah, bro.
It messes with my
bro,
head.
Too much of anything is bad.
Yeah, and I got sick of my own room setting, bro. Like, just thinking about that room with the hot climate and everything, it brings back PTSD, like a minor form of PTSD.
It was crazy, bro.
Swear down.
So working from home as well.
That was the worst, bro.
Yeah,
and I just started to enjoy my job, and then that happened. But yeah, man. But if I was to go to therapy, if I was to seek therapy, I don't think it would be for that, because that is a phase. Do you get me? If I was to carry that on with me, then cool, it could eventually turn into depression. But that was a phase, and I went through that, and I'm happy now. I'm cool. Do you get me? It is what it is. I think it's something that a lot of people went through because it was just so new to them.
For sure.
It's just a new experience, so you don't know how to react to it. But if I was to seek therapy, it would be for different reasons. It would be for why I'm not mentally the person I want to be. Because I know I'm not. You might look at me, and you might look at me, and you might think, oh, this guy's confident. He's this, he's that. But deep down, I know what I'm like. No one knows you more than you know yourself, innit? You can fake it to the world. You can fake it till you make it, innit? But no one knows the real you.
The real you, of course.
When you're locked away in your room and like you're thinking, you know yourself in it the most.
Agreed. Hey, when was the first time you lot met? Was it this year?
March?
2020.
March, probably. April, probably April. Huh?
May.
March, April, May.
Was it during the...
it was when it eased down.
When you was going to the
barbecue.
barbecues and stuff, yeah?
Oh, no, if that's the case, then
May.
June is when lockdown ended.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, May, June.
Wow.
The reason why I ask is because you being here and you just saying that, what was your first impression of him? In the sense of, not like, oh, he's a nice guy or anything. Obviously he is, mashallah. But like, in the terms of like, personality, in confidence and insecurities and that.
Because it depends. I feel like I figured him out straight away. Because with me,
he
was okay. Because I spoke to him straight away. He came to me. We spoke to each other.
Okay.
We got along very, very well.
Yeah.
But when he's around people he doesn't know, he's not really the talkative type. So
what, when he's in front of others?
Bro, imagine.
So it was a certain environment, and there was a lot of people.
Oh,
and he
man.
was stuck to me.
Yeah.
So, but obviously I didn't mind, innit? Because I wanted to speak to him as well. We got along very, very well.
Yeah.
But that's just how he is, innit, around people.
So you was quite...
Bro, imagine, the first time I went, it was my boy's barbecue, innit?
Yeah.
So, shout out my boy in the doll, innit? So I was talking to him, and he goes, yeah, bro, come through. It's just going to be like 8 people, like 6 people, 6 boys, like just mind a minute. I was like, cool. He goes, yeah, you know a couple of them through Twitter. I was like, all right, cool. I think I knew him, or I knew of him through Twitter. I knew another guy through Twitter. So I was like, cool. I've seen a couple of these brothers around. And then I get there, yeah, and there's already like 8 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot
And
of
he's
people.
one of them. So I kind of know of him. So I went up to him, yo, what you saying, Jad? You're right, yeah, blah, blah. I spoke to another boy. He goes, oh, you're through Twitter. I said, yeah, through Twitter. Cool, whatever. Sat down. And I'm obviously, in my head, I'm making a conscious decision not to make the conversation awkward. So I'm trying to, because I know all these men know each other. I'm the only one who doesn't know any of them. So I'm trying to, do you get me? I'm really trying, bro, to, yo, so what uni do you go to? Like, what do you study? Like, how do you know my man? Or how did you two meet? Like, it might seem natural to them, but for me, it's forcing it. Because if it was up to me, I would have just sat there. But I knew that that's going to get me nowhere. And then that's cool. But then because I asked Nids, I was like, hey, Nids, how many more people coming? He goes, probably like 4. Brother, at the end of it, there was like 15, 20, like, how many? Like 18 people, maybe. Something like that, yeah?
That's a lot of people, man.
It was a massive barbecue, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
And I knew no one except him, eventually him, and Nids. So I
Okay.
was just sat there. And everyone's talking like, oh, so, how do you know, Jad? Yeah, I just met him today,
Yeah.
So it's not, that's what I'm saying. It might seem effortless to other people,
Yeah.
but to me, I know what I'm like, innit?
Yeah, no, I hear you, because when I first met you, obviously our setting was at university, and there was loads of people there. And obviously we met through Ali. So we had instantly a mutual friend that we're both very close with. So, and obviously because we're naturally in a university setting, you're used to seeing random faces all the time, innit?
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? You're used to walking past the same person every single day and not saying wagwan, innit? But that's interesting, bro, because obviously as we've become closer friends over the years, it's so crazy to say that. You always struck me as a very confident and like very sure. Not saying that you're not, but you get me. But only as time went on, I realized, like my man actually went through a phase where this wasn't him on a daily basis, which is interesting, man. But that's why I think so I'm a popular man today. I feel like Chris Brown. My phone's going off on a mad thing. I feel like Nucci on a daily.
My phone's
but no,
drier than your
kind of.
no, I'm joking. Bro.
This
I'm
guy.
joking.
No, I reeled it, reeling it back into therapy. That I was very, very lucky that my employer, they offered the service. I told you about where they offer like X amount of sessions with like an external therapy psychiatrist. Sorry. Great gentleman. He actually watches the pod as well now. I'll put him on.
Big him up.
Proper big up my man. I don't want to say names out of, you know what I'm saying. But bro, I realized that you don't always have to be at rock bottom to go and speak to someone about issues. Like sometimes, I know it sounds hella moist, or it can sound hella moist, but sometimes all you need is a shoulder to cry on and to vent. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes like I know that no matter what time or day, I can call Hussein, for example, and if I'm upset about something, I know he's my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad grateful for that. And I know he'll give me advice. He would never be like, yo, bro, listen, I got to go. Like, he'll just tell me straight up, like, yo, bro, like, talk to me, shout me, come over, I'll come to yours, we go out, whatever. But when you hear opinions and advice from like a third party who doesn't know you on a personal level, and they're able to give you like critical opinions and critical advice, and there's no emotion behind it, there's no sentiment behind it, I recommend everyone listening or watching to this episode right now, look into it, man. Like I've said before as well, like alhamdulillah, I've never really experienced too much mental health issues. Like I couldn't sit here and say to you, man, I've faced depression in the past, or I've faced mad levels of anxiety. But 2020, I did, and unfortunately, it wasn't just COVID related. Of course, again, I've said before, I'm not gonna bait out my personal life on camera, but the avenue of being able to speak to someone about your thoughts and feelings and understanding, like, wait, is this anxiety? Is this depression? Am I just upset? Do you know what I mean? I think that's very important, man.
Do you know what it is? I 100% agree, because I feel like I've got, so for example, like I said, no one knows you more than you know yourself, whatever, cool, So I think I've got a list of A, B, C, D wrong with me, But then if I speak to my man and he tells me, oh, when I first met him, actually, he came across as a confident guy or whatever, I speak to you and you tell me, why, bro? Like, raw, really? You come across as like very confident, or you come across as like, open or whatever. Then I speak to another person who I don't know and they tell me the exact same thing. Then sometimes it makes you think like, am I making this bigger than it is? Am I am I creating a problem that's not there?
Mm.
Because sometimes your mind can be your worst enemy, innit?
Yep.
So
Yep.
to be transparent, I spoke to your therapist, innit? The one that you recommended me, because I was like, it hasn't reached a stage where it's really bad or anything, but just to shut my mind up, just for peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
And to try and be the best version of myself, like maybe he can give me like a tip or something that will change my life. Let me try and, chat to my man. And one of the first things he told me, bro, he was like, I'm very, very surprised that you've told me this, because I watched you on the podcast.
Yeah.
I've watched your,
It's
whatever.
crazy, innit? It's crazy.
And I would never expect it.
Yeah.
And he goes, it could be a thing of, it's in your head. Do you get me? It's in your head that you feel like, because obviously I come from a past of where I wasn't the most confident, wasn't the most popular guy or whatever in school, whatever, innit? So maybe I'm carrying that baggage with me. Do you get me? And one thing he told me, which is very, very smart, and it kind of like struck me, and I think I told you this. He goes, living in the past too much, and dwelling on the past, obviously it's a very bad habit, right? Sorry, it's a very bad thing to do. If you do it on an everyday basis, on a daily basis, it turns into a habit. Okay. Once it turns into a habit and it's something that you keep doing, we call that depression, because you're living in the past.
You call it depression?
Yeah.
Or
oppression? That's what we call in the industry depression.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what they call. So when you think about something in the past and you dwell on something in the past on a daily basis and it becomes a habit, that's called depression.
Okay.
When you think about stuff in the future that hasn't happened, and you continue to think about that and you continue to think about it and it happens on a daily basis and then it becomes a habit, that's what we call anxiety.
Okay.
So living in the past is depression,
Yes,
living in the future is anxiety. Oh, what I'm scared this might happen, I'm scared that might happen, or what would this person think of me? It hasn't happened yet. Do you get me? Similarly, oh man, I should have done this and I should have done that and I'm still sad about this, and that's in the past, depression.
Yeah.
So it kind of opened my eyes, man. It was like, and he said I've got a mild form of anxiety, I think he told me.
Yeah, same with me. Like I thought, I was like, oh my God, what's happening to me? I'm going through blah. And it's like, listen, relax, Hader. You're human. You're allowed to go through the motions, as they call it.
Yeah.
But no, even you mentioned habits, and if you do it on a daily basis, it forms habits, and etc. One habit that I've been doing, and I remember I told you as we were approaching 1K subs and stuff, is I've always known about law of attraction and affirmations and all that, but I only really took it serious. I'm talking like I got a specific notepad and a specific pen which I keep by my bedside table every night, so it reminds me. But bro, I've been doing affirmations obviously a few days here and there. I might miss it if I'm really tired, or I might rather than doing it throughout the day. So rather than doing it at night, I might do it later on that day. But bro, doing affirmations genuinely has like mentally, it does something to you, bro. Writing shit down. They say, I can't remember the statistic, the thingy, I don't want to say his name, the gentleman that we're referring to now. He told me he gave me an example once of like a study that I think Harvard University done in 2006 or 2005, or like one of them big unis in America. And they said they done what are those group tests called when you get a specific group and then you ask them and you experiment on them? What's it called, man?
A group study?
No, not like a group study. There's a specific term for it, like
a pool.
What you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but I don't know the right term. If you know the right term, comment below, please, and remind me. But they done it for successful people, and then after they done their findings and their research and whatever, they found out that the most highest achievers in that group of successful people and the ones who earn the most and have the happiest lives, etc. They wrote their goals down on pieces of paper regularly compared to the ones who were less performing. And bro, it's mad. Just the simple art of writing some shit down can actually mentally, do you know what I'm saying?
There's a TED talk, I think it's called Fake It Till You Make It.
Okay.
And that's a really, really good TED talk, because they talk about, obviously, as the title says, just if you're not the most confident, if you're not, do you get me, the most outgoing, and you're not this and you're not that, fake it, act like you are, and eventually you will be. And I think they used an example of, before a job interview, a guy used to stand in the mirror and trying to like pump his chest out and put his arms on his, like kind of like a Superman. They call it the Superman pose, I think. And he used to do that in the mirror, and it sounds dumb, bro. It sounds silly, but bro, I got invited to an interview in Manchester. This was for a grad scheme, and I was in the hotel room the night before. And bro, the way I was mentally, I had already gotten the job.
That's sick.
It was a what do you call it? Group interview.
Assessment center,
Day.
yeah.
It was an assessment day, yeah. So I would think there was about 20 people, 25 people, and they were having 8 assessment days. Yeah, each of them having about 25 people, whatever. In my region where I wanted to get employed, they were only taking 4 people.
Okay.
And when I got there, swear down, I walked in like I was the dog's bollocks, bruv. I walked in confident, I was smelling nice, I was looking nice, I had a nice jacket on, sat down, started speaking to people, what do you do, blah, blah, blah. Straight from the get-go.
My guy.
Some guy was like, bruv, I've done charity, I'm an engineer, I've done charity work in Kenya. This brother, I study in this university, like massive, big universities, big experience. I know I've got none of that, bro. I study at an okay university. I'm gonna get a good grade, hopefully. I'm gonna get a very good grade. But inshallah. But haven't got any experience, nothing. And the way I prepped myself mentally, I knew I was not going down. And then I got a call the next week saying I got the job.
That's what it's about, man. That's the.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's a big component of manifestation.
Yeah.
There's an element of. People confuse it, faking it till you make it, with having high belief levels. Like, this is the first episode that's being released in 2021, and today is the 1st of Jan when this comes out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
I'm saying it out loud. By the end of this year, inshallah, H Squared will have at least 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt if we get this, bro.
We're operating like a channel that does have 10K
100%, bro. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Like,
the schedule,
our
the
work
branding,
rate,
everything.
our studio. You know what I'm saying?
It's there, for sure, it's there. But I was watching Gasworks here. Do you remember, or was it at Gasworks, or I think it was Gasworks when African Child was on.
Yeah.
It could have been either Gasworks or ZZ Mills. But anyway, I was watching.
By the way, I've only got a few more minutes to the alarm.
Cool.
Yeah,
just tell me and then we will stop recording for a little bit. I was watching Gasworks with African Child, and I think Alhan was talking to him about therapy. Like, bro, like, have you seeked therapy? And he got obviously like aggressive as he does.
Yeah.
Wait, who's gonna tell me? Were you there when I went to jail? Were you there when I saw this? And were you there when I saw that? Who was there with me? I can't talk to nobody. Nobody's gonna understand me. I can't talk to nobody. And to me,
that's a cry for help.
I can understand where he's coming from to a certain extent, yeah, because you might not feel like you'll be able to relate to them. But at the same time, to me, that's like going to a doctor with a broken leg and say, doctor, have you broken your leg? No, then you can't fix me. You can't heal me. Do you get me? They don't have to relate to the problem. They don't have to relate to the problem to find a solution. Do you get, like, they're professionals in their field.
Yeah.
Same way the doctor can fix a problem that he's never faced himself, that he's never had personally on himself. A random example: a vegan chef can probably make you a banging chicken sandwich without even tasting a chicken sandwich in their life.
Yes.
But personally, they're vegan, whatever.
Yeah.
They don't have to be able to physically and personally relate to that problem to be able to provide a solution. They could trigger something. Do you get me? In your brain. And they, by the way, these therapists and etc., they've dealt with your situation probably a million times before.
100%.
So they know how to deal with this kind of stuff, innit? They can just trigger something. That's what I was looking. I called my man to just find maybe a different way of looking. That's all I wanted. I didn't want him to say, okay, close your eyes, I'm going to perform some next stuff on you. No, I just wanted maybe
some
just
magic.
Maybe just shut something up in this side of my brain that's going to tell that side of my brain to wake up, and then I'm going to be confident.
Do you remember when I told you about the term paradigm shift? Do you remember me mentioning that?
I remember the name, but I don't remember what it is.
I want you, as well as everyone watching this, after this, go on Google, type in paradigm shift, PARIDGM, shift. Obviously, you can spell that. If not, block me back. Bro, that is a big part of what you just said. I need something in my brain to shut up. Obviously, I'm not going to do this whole, I'm a nerd when it comes to that shit. And I'm proper proud of being a nerd about that.
Yeah.
But that is essentially, the whole subconscious and then conscious mind.
Yep.
Paradigm shift changes your subconscious mind.
Yeah, I remember.
Whatever's programmed in your subconscious mind will then directly change your conscious mind, and therefore change your actions, which will therefore, inshallah, change your results, which is what we all ultimately want and need in our life.
Yeah.
Do you know what
your
I'm saying?
subconscious mind is the one that's mostly used, right?
Yes.
It's the one that's on operation.
It's the most effective.
It's
the most effective, yeah. For example, they say, the first 7 years of a person's life, so up until you're 6 or 7 years old, apparently, again, if I'm mistaken or if I've misquoted, guys, please do correct me. I'm always open to learning new things. But from my knowledge and research, the first 7 years are like the most crucial, like whatever the child is hearing, seeing on TV, radio, what nursery rhymes, what their parents, their conversations in the background, grandparents are saying, siblings are saying, like that's what will
It soaks.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
soak it all up. It's interesting. That's an
Yeah,
interesting way of
yeah,
looking at
man.
it, bro.
Check
I
it
don't-
out, man.
never
Check
thought
out
of that.
a documentary called The Secret as well.
Oh yeah, you told me
I
about
tried
that
to put everyone on it because that for me changed a lot in regards
That
to
one.
like,
Do you know what it is though? I tried watching it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sounds too good to
it's,
be true.
it's cringy, innit?
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
cringy,
yeah,
but it just
yeah.
sounds too good to be true.
I completely
Like my
understand.
man's talking about manifesting something, the
Yeah.
next day it happens. Like it just sounds
Yeah.
like you know them adverts that just say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
enter this and you know you'll win a
A
lot."
chance to win a Ferrari.
Yeah, 1 in 3 chance. Like no, it just sounds too good to be true.
Mm.
And I'm yet to try it, but
Yeah.
I guess
I mean,
I'll-
bro, put it this way: do you trust me as your brother? Do you
Yes.
respect me?
Yes.
Aside from all the pars and the hairline jokes you've made, yeah?
Yeah.
I can tell you as a brother, bro, the 1K thing,
Yeah,
you
you
saw it,
manifested
bro.
1K,
like,
yeah.
no, we did. Please don't say I. We did.
I never manifested it, bro. I
No,
never
no,
wrote
no.
it down and all
You
that.
don't need to write it down to manifest
Yeah.
it because you were putting in mad work rate behind the camera, bro. So you don't need to.
Come on, bro.
Writing shit down isn't the only way to manifest something.
100,
you have to actually believe it as well.
100.
But we'll do an episode on that later on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, check out The Secret. Great documentary. Watched it twice now. Once in 2019. Once in 2020. Just the knowledge you learn from it. I hear what you're saying though, in regards to
Sounds too good to be true.
it can come. The thing is, right? That's what paradigm is, isn't it? Paradigm means the way you think. It's like a dimension. So imagine essentially, you've got a computer. You gave me the computer to fix, yeah, and I'm rewiring the motherboard and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm changing.
You're reprogramming
Yeah,
yourself.
reprogramming.
That's essentially what I wanted. That's essentially what I wanted in even when I spoke to the therapist. Actually, he told me about what's the word I told you? Mindfulness,
mindfulness. Yeah.
which is basically meditation, right? It's a form of meditation. He said.
Bro, I'll be honest with
He
you.
said,
I don't
that's-
want to comment. I don't know too fully, so I don't even want to say yes or no.
Mislead. So basically, he said, he goes, you know what mindfulness is? I said, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know too much in it. He goes, basically, essentially meditation. He goes, just meditate, because what meditation is, and I'm sure you've heard it, like it grounds you, it puts you in the now. That's essentially what meditation is. So instead of worrying about the past, which is depression, worrying about the future, which is anxiety, you worry about, well, you don't even worry, you just live in the present. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of the main reasons. Like you speak to a lot of people today, I guarantee you, one of the main things they're going through, or the main reasons they've got something going on, is because of an experience they've had previously, or something they're scared is going to happen. But right now, so he goes to me, I'm assuming you've got a nice family, blah, blah. I said, yeah. He goes, I'm assuming you've got nice friends around you. I go, yeah. He goes, you're active. Yeah. I said, yeah. He goes, then if you're looking at it like that, take everything away, you should be doing pretty well. Like you should be happy. Do you get me? So think about grounding yourself and living in the present. I said, you know what, mate?
But would you say you're not happy?
No, right now I'm probably happy. But the only thing that dampens my happiness, and I think dampens other people's happiness, is stuff that is baggage, stuff they've carried from before.
Of course, man. We're
And
humans,
stuff.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and stuff that
We're
they're
emotional
worrying
creatures.
about, like in the future. Like, oh, I'm not going to get the best grades, or I'm scared I won't get into this uni. And then they lose sleep over that. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm scared. I don't know. I'm not going to make this job interview, and whatever it is, innit? So just learn about living. Like right now, yeah. What would you say is not wrong with you, but what would you say is your main concern about yourself, if you don't mind sharing?
I don't mind. I think my work ethic is, mashallah.
Top.
Like obviously, there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people respectfully can't match my work ethic. But what gets me down, on occasion, on often occasions, whatever the flipping term is,
Multiple occasions.
is my management of tasks, time management, prioritizing tasks. I fail a lot of the time to pre-plan things. Like for today's session, I actually did all right. Last night, I made sure the bags and the SD cards, everything was, laptop was charged, all that stuff. But I think a lot of the times I'm setting myself up for failure.
Yeah.
Because I didn't give myself enough time to prep. Did my car have petrol? I had a free half an hour last night. I could have gone to the pump and filled it up. Why am I leaving it whilst I'm on the way to where I want to be?
Yeah,
I think that's for me my biggest can be my biggest downfall. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I feel because of my work ethic, it alhamdulillah does match up. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like Mr. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mr. Can't no one outwork
that's-
me.
Like, that's something that's manageable. That's something that you can.
Yep.
Do you get me? Like, you can plan.
Is that what you meant though? Or?
No, I do mean that. But I feel like, do you have anything deep rooted in you that you feel like you just can't change? Like, whether it be confidence, whether it be anxiety, whether it be depression, whether anything that's deep rooted in you that you feel like you can, like, you just can't.
I don't know, man. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, thankfully, you've lived a fairly, I wouldn't say routine life, but you haven't had that massive. Do you get me? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Do you feel like you have?
you kind of lost me, bro. I'll be honest.
Like, do you feel like you've had that massive change in life that a lot of people have experienced? Because I feel like that's where.
Oh, having had the change.
Have you had that? Have you had a massive impact in your life?
I feel because of like a lot of like the entrepreneurial shit I did it as a younger, as an early teen, as a late teen. I feel like that has helped shape me into who I am today. We've all got flaws and shit, man. I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like the time management stuff I can work on. Sometimes I'm getting better now because as H squared grows, you know,
have to, yeah.
when it comes to criticism and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I used to take it like, I'm not gonna lie, not the best, but now I'd message
Depends
you
the people-
and we'd laugh at it.
Yeah, but it depends the way people word it.
Yeah. I think
Some people can be really
my main
rude.
thing is, obviously, alhamdulillah, right? I'm not gonna act like I've ever been homeless and I've never had food in my stomach and I've never had clothes on my back. But I'll be real with you, bro. And we've mentioned this before. Like, I don't come from wealth. I don't come from a rich family. Like, you know what I'm saying? I come from, you know what I'm saying, humble beginnings. Like, not there's anything wrong with like free school meals or like wherever, however you own your house or rent your house or whatever. But my biggest mental challenge is I'm so eager and keen to make it.
Yeah.
To you know that rags to riches story.
I've seen a lot, bro.
Like I wanna. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Sorry to
No.
interrupt you.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like I'm so
It has to happen.
like, bro. Like, I don't care
Yeah.
what happens. I don't care how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I get you.
Before I die, inshallah, I will leave, especially not just my family, but especially my mum, in a better position than what she has been living most of her life. That for me is like
That's,
you know what I'm saying? The thing.
That's a very common trait I've seen amongst a lot of my friends. They're so eager to make it. And a lot of times it is, like you said, for family members, it is for their mother, for their father, for their sibling, whatever. And oftentimes, let's not lie, like for ourselves, like we want to live a nice life.
For sure, man. Drive nice cars,
But I
have
feel
nice
like
houses.
that's something you need to be very, very careful with. That, because it can lead you down a path of money's everything.
Yes, very true.
They're
There's
not
a fine
far.
line. There's a fine line.
They're not far apart.
I
I have to do anything to make it is not far apart from money's the motivation, money over everything, money this, money that, and it just becomes your main drive. Because when you make it, bro, you're gonna be earning that money. Do you get me? You're gonna be earning a good amount of money, inshallah,
of course.
So that's why I've seen a lot of people fail.
Yep.
And it's definitely something you should stay conscious about. I think mine, have you got anything else to add on that?
I would just say the fine line is taking me a long time to understand in my head the difference between greed and what financial freedom is. But I'm lucky to be grounded and surrounded by people like yourself and my other friends who, if I was to ever, even for 1 second, get out of place and start acting cocky, you'd give me a flipping slap on my wrist straight away and be like, yo, bro, what are you doing?
This ain't you, yeah.
But I like to think, generally speaking,
You're quite humble.
Thank you, bro.
I like that about you.
Thank you.
No, good. It's good. Even I feel like when you do, inshallah, do really well.
Inshallah, bro. Thank you.
I'd like to think you wouldn't change and start flexing some dumb shit. And
Inshallah, bro. But I want to say this publicly as well. If I ever do, God forbid, you've got permission to
to
G-check me
just be like,
differently.
"Oh, what's wrong?"
Pull up to my yard and slap me up if need be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's I don't like that.
But you were saying about yourself?
About myself, that, like, you know how I was saying that drastic change in life.
Yeah.
When I was asking you, obviously you know what mine is, innit? That weight loss thing. So when someone speaks to me, I feel this is all in my head. I have a perception. I think that they have a perception of how I should be.
Okay.
And it annoys me that I'm not that perception. Does that make sense?
So what is, if you don't mind sharing it?
So if you were to
so-
look at me
yeah.
as I am now, or my Instagram or whatever, I feel like you'd think confident guy, maybe a bit cocky, like stuck up, maybe just a little bit, knows what he wants, assertive, this, that, blah. Like I feel like that, right? And then
What, and you feel you're not those things?
not all of them, no, not all of them, and that's what plays in my head, because I still feel like I've got the personality of a fat boy, of a fat guy.
But bro, personality is different to your physical appearance.
No, I get
A
that. You
fat
can be,
person's
of course you can, yeah, but it ties in with each other to a certain extent. And I told you this, fat people are usually funny because they're eager to
Yeah.
impress. They're eager to please. And I found myself still doing that. I found myself still finding tendencies when I meet new people. I'll laugh at jokes I don't even find funny, bro. And then I think to myself, why am I laughing? What, to make them feel comfortable, to make them, like, it's a reassuring laugh, to make them like feel like you're not out of place, you're not comfortable, because I hate that feeling of how they felt. It's a deep thing, bro. Like I can talk about this forever, bro. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm trying to say. I feel like it's a thing that's in me.
But
That no one else realizes.
But you're
it's just
saying
me.
you're speaking about perception, of you, what you think others have of you.
Yeah.
From, for example, your social media, such as Instagram or Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Right? Why do I say Twitter so precisely? Twitter,
Twitter.
yeah.
Twitter.
But has anyone ever said anything?
No, that's the thing.
But
And if you ask the people who know me, they genuinely think I'm a nice guy. Like they generally they'd say good things about me, positive things about me. Yeah, saying he's a nice guy, he's a bro, like, you know, cool guy to chill with, this is that, whatever, humble, this is that. But in my head, I'm thinking about, what didn't I do right? Did I do this too much? Did I do that too much? And it's something it's something I'm trying to.
I think, I mean, me knowing you raw, choking on my words.
You're right there, brother. Did I get you a bit emotional?
Yeah. Me knowing you personally, and obviously, of course, I've got you on all social media platforms. I don't think there's ever been a time where I can say, oh shit, why is Donnie moving different online?
Yeah.
Sometimes you tweet moist shit, but that's just because you're just a moist guy, innit?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
joking,
normal, innit?
I'm
That's normal.
joking.
It does
but
well
like,
as well.
But like, you've never like, what'd you say?
It does well, statistically.
Oh, come on, man like algorithm.
Man like numbers,
But I'm saying, for example, you wouldn't post shit on Instagram that I know is not you. You wouldn't post up in some of your friend's German car.
No, but that's not me. No, that's not me.
Hey, bro, can I borrow your Gucci bag for this picture?
No.
Like,
Yeah, that's not me. That's
you know
not
what I'm
me.
saying?
No, my thing is, like, just as a person, as I am, generally I'd say people think I'm a nice guy, people this and that. But
you're amazing, bro.
yeah, thank you, bro.
Mashallah.
But in my head, you know, maybe
This guy doesn't agree.
What's yours?
What do you
Like, what's yours? What do you think you've got down for?
perception of myself?
Not perception,
Just
bro.
anything,
Like, do you have anything? Like, if you were to talk about a psychiatrist or a therapist,
like
what
one
would you talk to them
flaw about yourself or something.
What's a flaw that you have?
You would agree that I don't like speaking about what
Issues,
I'm feeling,
yeah.
or issues. Like he was talking before, and you were talking before as well, how people would like to hide stuff inside, and I will go to a therapist and stay quiet. That's how bad it is.
Why though?
I don't like speaking.
Have
Why?
you ever tried opening up to someone before and they parred you off? Is that why?
No, whenever I've done it, I've never gone the full. I've never explained everything. I've just gone to a part where I can make them feel like they're helping me without making them feel like shit. If that makes sense. You see how people they don't want to get parred off if they come and try to help you.
Yeah.
I try and make them feel like they're helping me by telling them bits of it, but never the full
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Because you don't feel
okay.
anyone can relate to what you're,
I
or you don't think anyone can help.
can understand that.
Yeah.
But what are you like? If you don't want to say, that's fine. But like, have you not got? Are you not close with any of your parents? Like one or the other in the
I can't
particular?
speak to my parents or my siblings about anything.
Yeah, neither could I, to be honest.
Really?
I mean,
That's interesting, man.
I don't know. I could. It depends though. It depends what kind of stuff.
That's quite interesting because I like to feel that I'm like very close with my mum, very close with my sister
Yeah,
as well.
I'd say I'm quite close to my mum.
You know what I'm saying?
But
then
still,
again,
bro,
we all, we come from different backgrounds and different upbringings. So
but that's what I'm trying to say. Small things, like very, very small things, very, very small experiences, can result in big. Do you get me? Big changes, and like he said, maybe he had an experience where he opened up to someone, and they weren't really giving him good advice.
Yeah.
So he gave them a bit of like a generic thing that they could help with, and then that's led to now just not opening up at all.
Yeah.
But do you get me? Everyone deals in their ways
But
differently.
I would say if there's anything to take away at all, it'd be never, ever, ever bottle things up. Never.
That's the worst.
That's the worst thing you can possibly do, man.
Because imagine when you bottle things up, the only person that's giving you advice is yourself. And if you're going through something, the worst person to give you advice is yourself. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So
I mean, sometimes you do have to G-check yourself.
do you know what I tell people? Yeah, when they come to me for advice, oh, I'm saying I'm going through this and I'm going through that and I don't really know what to do and blah blah blah. sometimes I tell them, bro, if I was going through the exact same thing as you, what advice would you give me? Because sometimes people
That's sick.
can be very, very harsh on
I'm
themselves.
gonna
Yeah,
use that,
they can be very harsh on themselves. Number one. And number two, they make a problem unsolvable because they're looking at it internally. Look at it externally. Jump out of the situation. Pretend it's a couple that you're just watching, or a guy that you're just watching over, or a girl, or your friend coming to you and talking to you about the situation. Take emotions out of it. Think about it rationally. What would you do if I came to you? What advice would you give me if I came to you with that same solution or the same problem? And you'll find out that the solution is the exact same for them as well.
Yeah. But no, reach out to people, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't obviously.
Especially, I think after this coming year as well, 2021, you want to live, bro. After what happened last year, you want to live your best life. You wanna make this year count because we've just wasted countless hours,
Trust
bro.
me.
So you want to make this year count. To be the best version of yourself, seek help, bro. And like you said, it doesn't need to reach that extreme.
Yeah, you don't need to be at rock bottom to be
Yeah.
like, okay, now I need help. Nah, bro. If you're feeling like, oh, I'm a bit anxious recently, or why am I stressing about the things that I never used to stress about, then that's an indication.
Or I'm
man.
not feeling myself. I'm feeling a bit down.
Yeah. Like,
Speak
why
to
am I
someone,
feeling
man.
more self-conscious, whatever? But bro, I honestly think me going and seeking that help from the psychiatrist, even though it was not that deep, but it gave me great perspective. He even put me onto a lot of books and personal development and seminars, and you know what I'm saying, if you're watching, you know who you are. We appreciate you so much, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Proper sick guy.
Well, yeah, man.
But now, big up everyone. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for rocking with Hate Squared throughout the past just over
Mine
a
and
year
haters.
now.
Sorry to interrupt, bro, but mine and haters DMs are always open as well. If you guys ever have any,
1,010%.
like
You know what I'm
we've
saying?
no, I don't want to say, oh, I've done this and I've done that, but someone has DM'd me. A couple people have DM'd me before, bro. I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Even through Twitter, like I've never met them. And sometimes you just need a completely different perspective. A male needs a female's perspective, a female needs a male's perspective, vice versa, whatever. Or you just need a stranger's perspective with no emotion. You have no judgment, whatever. You never know that you could be that help for someone.
Obviously, we like to feel that we don't want to just put videos out and then you watch it and that's it, you go home. Like, we want to build like a genuine friendship with all of our supporters in it. But now, thank you. Like Hussein said, DMs are always open. If you need advice or help or anything, obviously we will only do our best in it. We're not trained therapists or anything. But,
yeah, man.
Man, big up everyone who's been rocking with us. 2020 was a very crazy year, but you know, we stayed consistent and your support really did stay consistent as well.
Let's make 2021.
And 2021, like I said,
amazing year,
minimum at least 10k subs. But bro, you know, most importantly, even if we don't hit it, which we will for sure, inshallah. But bruv, I'm enjoying this, man. Like this is lit. You know what I'm saying? I think
On
that's
that
our
note,
cue.
food is ready. Yomo.